Bit of a miscommunication there between Leitner and Insulaco, but they're going to get away with it. Insulaco looking into the middle. Now it falls for Dippolito. Dippolito with a drive. Dippolito scores! Oh, what a finish! A fantastic strike from a sharp angle. It might have gone off someone on the way in, but how about that from the Fordham captain? We're level at Moglia Stadium. And here's another big switch. This time finds the foot of Gramberg. Good first touch as well from the German. Gramberg gonna let fly. Gramberg finds the back of the net. Oh, what a strike off the left foot of Ed Gramberg. And in under 5 minutes, the Rams have the lead. It's 1-0 to Fordham. Now, one thing that the Minutemen will be without, at least on that far side, is the long throw offered by Chris Giglio as Mike Willis, the winger, comes back in. Little loop over the back for Akintade. Cleared away by Gramberg and out for another throw.
They have two players to take the long throw in. So advantage UMass, advantage Fordham.
Now Matt Fordham going to the left side for this long throw. Thomas Gray first to it once again out of the air, but this time it'll go out for a corner. It'll be the Minutemen's 8th corner of the evening. 3 minutes to go. Matt Sense hurrying to get this one in. Two bodies on the keeper, Perelman. One goes to the back post, headed back across, and cleared off the line. I think that was Dippolito who got his head to it on the second chance effort, but Ivan Ver nearly redirected that one back across to a really dangerous area. Alex Brown going to pump this one back in. Perelman going to have to deal with it off his hands and in! Oh, can you believe this? UMass equalized. 2.5 minutes to go in the most remarkable fashion. Leo Perelman asking for a foul from the referee. Off his hands and in. Heartbreak for the Fordham Rams.
Oh, and talk of any time you could throw things into the mixer there, just kind of get caught off there. Went up with two hands, tried to catch it instead of possibly trying to parry it. Went through his hands, and it's a 2-2 game. 2.5 minutes to go. Perelman wanted a foul. Oftentimes, the goalkeepers are protected, but no protection there from the referee, and it's a 2-2 game.
Wasn't a whole lot of contact in there, but like you mentioned, goalkeepers usually given the benefit of the doubt, they have to be allowed to play their position. What'd you see in that one, Coach?
I think, you know what, the referee has been strong, and I got to say, I think that's a ball that, if to do again, Perelman would come up with. But a long-range service there, you see, put it into the box. Some pressure, no doubt, but didn't really see much contact there. And that's a goal, and by the scoreboard, it's 2-2, and that's where we are.
Captain Louis Lair and Dippolito still having words with Greg DeMello about it. Like you mentioned, there was a bit of contact, but not much. You have to give Ivan Ver the credit for putting the goalkeeper under pressure. You have to force him to make a difficult decision. Was a hopeful ball at best, really, from Alex Brown, but it puts Leo Perelman in a really awkward spot. Ivan Ver challenges. Not much Thomas Gray can do as a defender. And Fordham trying to be cheeky off this restart. Thomas Gray wanted to catch the goalkeeper Gatesy off his line, but looks like it doesn't have the same magic the other way. Just over 2 minutes to go. We're knotted at 2, a tale of two halves here at Moglia Stadium.
And now you got 2 minutes where you got to play out this 2 minutes. If you're Fordham, don't drop your head here. Make sure you realize that there's still a game to be played. And UMass, hey, they would love to get another goal and escape here with 3 points.
Willis's cross deflected. Felsher was waiting for it, if not for a recovering. I believe that's Bennett Leitner coming all the way back from the striker position to deal with that. His pass out of the back doesn't do as well, though. That was Purchase's cross for Ver. Second chance still alive. Mike Willis. Akintade. Served in, dangerous ball, evades everybody and out for a goal kick. And now both teams looking to fight for their first win of the Atlantic 10 season. Perelman wants a quick restart off this goal kick.
A big test of the poise of Fordham for this last minute and a half.
Leitner fighting with Brown. The equalizing goal scorer for UMass in the 88th minute. Messer trying to retrieve it. Instead, Ortiz takes the throw. We're under a minute to play. Lovely bit of skill that is from Johan Filscher around Dixon, but Hardy puts out the fire only for the moment. Deep ball from Brown. Looking for Verret. Bounces in the penalty area. Now for Filscher! Oh! I think he's just stolen the 3 points for the UMass Minutemen with 44 seconds to go. Can you believe this? An unbelievable second half from UMass, and it's Johan Filscher off the bench to give them the spoils. 3-2, the Minutemen lead.
Wow, and in the pregame, all that talk about Alec Hughes. Alec Hughes goes down with an injury, and it's next man up, and that next man up here at the end of the game, 44 seconds to go, is Johan Filscher. What a goal. Left foot puts UMass, gives them a 3-2 lead with 44 seconds to go.
What an unlikely finish we are witnessing at Moglia Stadium. 2 goals in the final 3 minutes to give UMass the come-from-behind lead. And while there's only 44 seconds to go, the writing looks to be on the wall for the Fordham Rams. Dixon pumping this one forward. That's the target, Owen Hardy. And cleared away by the Minutemen. Under 30 seconds to play now. And while he might want that second one back, there's really nothing Perelman could have done on that third goal. I think it did take a deflection on its way through, curling into the side netting. And now the final seconds ticking away. This will be the last chance for Fordham, and it would take a miracle to get an equalizer. Hardy gets his head to it. The second ball is cleared away, and that's going to do it. What a come-from-behind victory from the visiting UMass Minutemen. They do it against all the odds in the final minutes. 3-2. UMass takes the victory over Fordham. That brings up Neleh Nogay. Speaking of warmed up, she was 1 for 3 in her last bout. That one gets away from the first baseman, and now she's going to try to stretch that into 2, and the wheels of Neleh Nogay say yes. An error at first base means Neleh Nogay stands on second as the second batter of the contest for the Fordham Rams. I think coming into the first game with Devin Miller on the plate, or at the hill I should say, it is expected that GW would try to take them deep into counts, but only just now are they adjusting to do the same against Beeman as she fans Torres. Strike 3. Upstairs heater. Torres couldn't catch up to it for the second out. Back to the top of the order for the Fordham Rams as Bailey Enoch, the right fielder, stands in. First pitch swing, and this one floated deep into center field. At the track is Hayward, who brings it down for another loud first out from Bailey Enoch.
And she's going to laugh about this one a little bit with Yankovic because she gets put in the blender a little bit by this fly ball. Turns once, turns the other way. Looks like she's doing karaoke's out there in center field, but able to get back and make the play.
Neleh Nogay standing in now after she reached on an error. She's going to drop a beauty of a bunt. Kano's throw, not in time. The wheels from Nogay once again pay off. She reaches first on an infield single via the bunt.
You want to talk about the blessing it is to be gifted with speed like Neleh Nogay has, where you can drop a bunt down a few feet in front of the pitcher, and there's not even a chance that they get you at first base. My goodness.
And she's already crossed home plate for this Fordham team today. And you have to imagine she might be in motion to go take second. 13 stolen bases in 13 attempts this season.
Yeah, I'm curious. Do you send her while Wells is up, or do you wait till there's 2 outs? Nogay's got the speed where you can risk it.
And there she goes. The throw to second. Not in time, and behind into center field. The throw from Heffley just didn't quite find the glove of Gilliland. And make that 14 for 14 on stolen bases on the year for Neleh Nogay.
Perfect on the year. Wonder if they have a chance to get her if that's picked cleanly by Gilliland. It's a pretty strong throw by Heffley. I think it would have been a bang-bang play, but Gilliland can't come up with the scoop.
And now Wells has a runner in scoring position to work with. She already had a base-clearing 2-run double against GW today.
Now, yes, you give Wells the chance to hit with a runner in scoring position. I also think it opens up first base for GW. And you see that they go with the pitch out there. Now, I wouldn't be surprised if this is technically not an intentional walk, but a silent intentional walk here. You'd rather face Sadal with the double play intact.
Well, not to mention the RBI single that Wells had today already. She is going to take 4 balls and walk. So that'll bring up Nikki Sudol.
Yeah,
with 2 runners on.
You could tell Kano wanted no piece of Sydney Wells there. As soon as Neleh Nogay takes second, it opened up first base for GW, and they happily gave it to Sydney Wells. And I think that's the other part of the decision to send Nogay to second, is there's always the chance you take the bat out of Wells' hands, and I think that's what happened there.
Well, this brings the double play ball back into effect as Sudol stands in and looks at ball 1. Here's Kano. Inside, floated into left center field. Hayward going to range over and make the grab. Nogay going to tag from second into third, and she just gets under the tag.
I mean, let's see this replay, but that's a fantastic slide by Neleh Nogay. A great throw by Hayward, a gutsy move to go by Neleh Nogay, but when you have speed like that, you can make risky base running decisions like this, and Nogay is going to stay on the home plate side of the bag and skirt around the tag.
Excellent slide.
That is about as good as it gets.
And I think maybe a lower throw from Hayward would make for an easier tag applied by Greco, but regardless, excellent base running once again from Neleh Nogay. No surprise there.
Yeah, when you get a slide like that, what you need is a throw that puts you low and square middle in the bag, where you don't really have to move too much to make that reach to the home plate side of the bag. That throws up even waist level. You're not going to have enough time to get the shin or the foot, whatever you're trying to go for.
So that'll bring up the center fielder, Michaela Carter. She flew out to right in her last appearance. That one outside for ball 1. Runners on the corner for Carter. And the pitch. Upstairs, 2-0.
Sydney Wells is not necessarily known as a base stealer, but she's keeping Heffley busy over there.
The 2-0. That one finds the zone. 2-1. We'll go again. Kano fouled back by Carter. Count even at 2. The speedy Neleh Nogay on third. You have to imagine they're going to do everything in their power to bring her home.
Carter, a good contact bat, a good speed.
And there's the pitch. Fouled off again. This one down the third base side and into the Fordham bullpen.
I guess you'd say the only problem is you got Wells on first, so you got the force at second, so something on the ground that would have a high chance of being an infield single, less of a chance because of the force.
That one inside and fouled slowly into the first base dugout. So Carter staying alive.
She's having a really nice at-bat right now. I think Fordham up and down the lineup, they're seeing the ball out of Kano's hands pretty well.
Here's the payoff pitch. This one grounded over to second. A slow one. Could be a chance to make it, but the transfer is made. There will be 3 outs as Ramirez gets the put away to Torres. But after 3, the Rams strand 2, but still lead 1-0 after 3 innings. You're watching A10 Softball on ESPN+.